Hello, it's Polish Paul VR, welcome to the channel. I hope you all alright and having a good day. We are here to do another episode of Next Week on PlayStation VR, my weekly show in which we're talking about next week games we're going to play, but also we're wrapping up the whole week talking about all the releases, all the news stories, all the release dates. So let's just get started, and even though this week was quite quiet when it comes to VR games and VR news, next week is going to start with a big bang, because Doom 3 VR coming to all the PlayStation VR headsets on 29th of April. March, shall I say, a very highly anticipated game. Many of you was waiting for it since the announcement. By the way, what a lovely way to announce your game. They showed us a trailer and they gave us the release date, which wasn't that far away. As we know with PlayStation VR, sometimes the games getting announced years in advance, then they get in multiple delays. We waiting for any information, nothing happening. But with Doom 3 VR announcement, they basically said, okay, here is our game, and now we're gonna release it on 29th of and week after. If you are a physical collector, then you'll be able to purchase this game on disc as well, which is very nice. Doom 3, of course, a classic game now. Doom 3 VR for PlayStation VR got few changes. You've got your ammo counters on the weapons, you've got your laser sights, just, you know, your quality of life improvements for virtual reality. I'm sure this game will deliver big time. You can play it with DualShock or you can play it with aim controller. Doom 3 VR will not support move controllers, but I think playing with aim is the way to go. I cannot wait to play it. Sadly, due to having a very busy life lately, I'll not be able to play it next week, which really hurts a lot, but I'm sure eventually I will jump into the game. But I'll be looking forward to all of your comments. All of you who play the game, I'm sure you will love it. The Doom 3 VR was developed by Archiact, you know them from the latest PSVR release was Freediver Triton Down, but also they released some other PlayStation VR titles, starting from Waddle Home, one of the very early PlayStation VR games, to the Evasion, which kind of maybe underwhelmed few people. Now they bring in to us Doom 3 VR port, and I'm sure they're gonna do a great job with that game. And you know what? Imagine holding aim controller, but aim is actual chainsaw in the game. How cool will that feel? Okay, so that's our only release next week, but what a release it is. Now maybe let's talk about some PlayStation VR news. And usually in this part we wrapping up everything what's happened during past week, but because I didn't do news video, let's just talk about it right away, starting from Crysis Vrigade 2 and its co-op mode. So as we know, they planned to release it in summer last year, but it didn't happen because of reasons that delayed it. There you have it, that's my excuse for it. But they did work hard on this co-op, and today the developer tweeted that they just played through the co-op, they've been testing it and they found 0 bugs, which means they pretty much getting ready to release it. So hopefully Crysis Vrigade 2 co-op mode will drop very soon. Of course, as always, stay tuned to the channel, and as soon as I know, I will let you know. But if you played first Crysis Vrigade, after they added co-op, this game just becomes so much more fun. And it was fun already, and I'm sure it's going to be the same with Crysis Vrigade 2, as it took everything what Crysis Vrigade 1 been doing right and done it even better, and also added few extra bits and bobs. Great game, so gonna be very nice to play with friends in co-op mode. And now, moving on to the next game, it's time to talk about Zombieland Headshot Fever. The game, developed by Sony, already released on Quest, and you might be thinking, wait a minute, Sony? So why it's not on PSVR? Well, basically, long story cut short, even if it's a game from Sony's Pictures, not Sony's game studio, but you know what, still usual fave of PSVR game happened here. So basically PC and Quest getting it first, and then PSVR owners gonna get it eventually. Now this is your shooter where you shooting zombies, and of course it's set in the Zombieland franchise. There is some reviews out now already from the Quest version. Sadly I didn't have a chance to play it, even though I cover Quest on this channel as well. But just like with Doom and like with many of VR games, I just do not have time to play them, as basically I'm selling the house and buying a new one, and you know what, takes a lot of time. But anyway, I hope this gonna come to PlayStation VR soon. Okay, and time to talk about new game announcements. Now, we didn't have new game announcements, but we've had very nice announcement regarding Hitman 3, and it's getting a premium DLC, which gonna be released in 7 chapters. The DLC, it's called 7 Deadly Sins, and each chapter gives you a sin, what you can commit or maybe not. I don't know, but from the description, what the developers are saying, it seems like this game gonna tempt you to sin, but of course you can choose not to, I'm assuming, but you know what, anyway, whatever it is, I don't care, because any excuse to play more Hitman 3 in virtual reality is a good excuse, and this DLC will 100% support PlayStation VR. Hitman 3 instant classic for me, a great game. Some people had issues with the fact that the game only supported DualShock 4 and no moves. To me was non-issue at all, and many people who played it after the release said they really don't needed to worry about DualShock, because the game still plays great. And my secret hope now is, once Sony drops this new PSVR 2 with its super fancy awesome controllers, maybe the developers will release PSVR 2 version of Hitman 2, which will support those super awesome fancy PSVR controllers. By the way, they look amazing, but just like Hitman, to even now, when I'm playing it on PS4 or PS5, whatever, I'm still like amazed how they managed to pull off this game, especially that it's run on original PS4. When I've been capturing the footage for my review from PS4 and PS5 and PS4 Pro, I've been amazed by PS4 doing such a great job. But anyway, if you love Hitman, then you're gonna have some more content soon. Okay, and now moving on to next part of the show, which is the release date, and we've got one, yay! So we're gonna talk about the Swordman and its latest update. This update will release for totally free on April the 5th. And this is your long awaited dismemberment update, which basically means you can chop your enemies to bits now. So very nice. They've had this super cool armor update, and now they giving us even more updates, which is great. But apart from dismemberment, which is probably one of the most requested feature, they add in as well new faction, which is pirates, and with that of course come new weapons and new arena, so gonna be awesome. Now they pretty much got this game complete. I know one more thing what people asking about is being able to grab your enemies and punch them and stuff with your just hands, so maybe that will be added eventually. But nevertheless, for the price Swordman is selling, it's such a cheap game. It is a steal, so congratulations to the developers. Released it in a good state and then continued to make it even better and better together with the whole community, taking all the ideas, rolling with them and delivering them in form of free updates. Awesome stuff. Okay, anyway, if you like what you're seeing, then please press a like, because it does help the channel a lot. And if you're new to the channel and are not subscribed, then subscribe. It's always better when it's more of us. And that's it, bye.